Ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp. He's almost giving you the feeling here that he's completely indifferent to all the pressure. I mean, this is a guy that's been there, done that, and he couldn't care less about the pressures that are in front of him. Adams showing you that intensity that so many of the very best will display during a ring walk. Totally focused.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Big Daddy. And his opponent across the ring, by way of Brooklyn, Big Adams.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Here we go, round number 1, scheduled for 6. We're underway here. We've been talking in the lead up to this fight about who has the advantage with the speed. Well, we know who that is. As for his opponent?
Well, his opponent's going to have to come up with something else, and what he's going to have to come up with is timing. You know, timing can negate speed.
How so?
Well, just making sure that before your opponent starts, you time him, you beat him to the mark. You're not as fast as him, but guess what? The good news, this is not a sprint. This is a boxing match. You can beat him to the mark. For all intents and purposes, you're faster.
Biggs putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Off the target by Big. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. How about that left hand? Good exchange. He fires back. Blocks the headshot. Halfway through round number 1. He pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Able to cover up that gut. Big's jab has to be first and foremost on his to-do list, isn't it, Teddy?
Yeah, I would say so. You ever see that commercial where the guy says, how do you spell relief?
Sure.
Well, it's kind of like, how do you spell victory in this fight? J-A-B. That's exactly the way you go.
That's what he wants. Really on the mark with that over-the-top shot with the right hand.
Action body.
Showing you some defense there with the block. Up top with the right hand.
Get after him.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. He comes with the straight right hand. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. That was a fine block by Big. You see him timing that double jab to the head. And this round comes to an end, a round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
I don't want you to slug it out with this guy, all right? Keep your range. Jab, jab, right, okay? Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. You know, that jab is so basic, so simple, but as you can see, so very effective for him early on in this fight.
Yeah, well, he's telling his opponent, you're not coming onto my property. You know, I have a dog here, and this dog bites.
Nothing there on the punch by Big. Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him. Adams' punches just don't look like what they should look like right now, Teddy. I know he's thrown a lot early on here, but there's no oomph on them.
Well, that's the other side of it. There's always a flip side to a coin, and the flip side here in the boxing ring, yeah, he threw a lot of punches, but they didn't affect the guy. Right now, I think he's giving in a little bit.
There's a nice left hand able to get in. You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America, we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball or, you know, he can be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lackings of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
Blocks that punch. Overhand right can be so effective. Blocks that punch. Accurate shot. Straight right hand comes in. Blocks that belt line well. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Adams putting forth an effort, but he's not being effective in that regard.
No, he's not. He's not landing when he needs to land. And it kind of reminds, he's a banger too. He can punch a little. It reminds me of an old saying that a trainer once told me. It doesn't mean anything to have a big punch. It's kind of like having a military weapon, a bomb. What good is it if you don't have a missile to get it to the target? Right now, he needs a missile to get that punch. He needs to set it up, and he's not doing that.
Underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Use the jab.
Boxing 101, jab followed by the straight.
Got this one.
Right to the body. Well, what do they say, Teddy? Something's got to stick. That combination was something.
Well, you know what it was? The first couple punches were throwaway punches, set up the later punches.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. Distance, such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. Just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Big's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
That's it. That's it.
Good looking right hand after he got hit.
Finish with the hook.
Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Scores well to the head with the right hand.
Moving enough. Move, move. Listen, I don't want to see you against the rope. As soon as you feel rope, move out. He capitalized on his misses, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay.
I made it to the eye of the storm, feeling torn like they fed me to the lions. Before my time start to wind down like the miners, I show them how I got the grind down like a science.
Keep this fight in the center of the ring, okay? Listen to me. You're not giving me enough punches, okay? Throw more punches at me.
We open up round number 4 here. Let's look at Teddy's scorecard, where he's up 2 rounds to 1. I like his work rate, Teddy.
You know, he's not landing all the time clean, but it reminds me a little bit of some of the old fans used to say to me, Teddy, Marciano, we love Marciano, you know, the Rock. He used to hit guys on his arms. He wasn't hitting them clean, but he was breaking their blood vessels. Excuse me for being so graphic, but he was breaking their blood vessels, and they couldn't keep their arms up by the time they got to the 8th, 9th, 10th round. That's kind of the way this guy fights.
A well-timed right hand by Big. Little double jab to the head.
Still not moving enough. Move, move.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. He's got that certain something that's a well-acquired skill in this craft of boxing, and that is superb defense, and it's on target tonight.
It is. The old timers would say, you know, that's the hard thing, is to learn defense. You know, the easy part, the fun part is letting your hands go. So he's got the hard part down. Guess what? He's enjoying the fun part right now because of it.
That's what I want to see.
Halfway through round number 4. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. He has his target. He lands a straight right.
Hook off the jab.
Not much action as he just ties up.
Do that again!
Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
Come on, kid, focus.
He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Adams. 10 seconds to go in the fourth.
Move your head.
I like this kind of defense, Teddy. I like this kind of guy that just says, go ahead. Think you can try to hit me up top. You can't. Great move.
A very good movement, very good vision. He sees everything. To do this, you have to be very calm. He's very calm. He's very in control.
Don't stand toe-to-toe with this guy. You gotta keep your distance, all right? Okay, keep boxing.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. Little head knocking with that right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left.
You got this one.
That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that.
Side to side.
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Get out there. Punch and move. Punch and move.
Backing his opponent into the corner. He gets hit, but he gives it right back.
Watch the hook.
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top.
Head movement.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go.
Stay away from those.
Unable to score with the uppercut that time. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Big. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
More movement. Head movement.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Big. This round is in the books. And it looks like the gas tank on this fighter may be heading towards empty here. What is this, a case of guys just not putting in the road work and the conditioning prior to a fight?
No, you got to figure he came in. His weight was good. Scales don't lie. We looked at the weight. He came in pretty good condition. I think what it is now he's starting to get broken down a little bit, physically and mentally. The other guy is starting to impose himself on him.
Okay, listen. When he misses you with a punch, counter.
It is the final round. Here they go. Adams' work rate is impressive, Teddy, but his connect percentage is not.
No, there's two reasons for it. So one is his opponent. His opponent is pretty smart in there. You know, he's not just standing there saying, hey, hit me. He's moving, he's being smart defensively. The other thing is the punches are a little too wide. He needs to shorten them up a little.
Pace yourself.
Well off the mark by Big. That right hand is becoming a crutch. He can just lean on it now.
Come on, kid, focus.
Halfway point of this last round. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Really frustrating his opponent now, as he's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Final minute of this final round of this fight. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Last 10 seconds of the fight. Well, you should lose your judge's license if you have it any other way but the obvious here, Teddy.
Yeah, if they do that, I want to put those guys on a poster, a wanted poster, but you don't want them.
Here's our ring announcer.
Big Daddy.
Listen, he was the better fighter. He was the busier fighter. He's the fighter that absolutely deserves to have that unanimous decision go the way it did.
And you never like to say this, I say it in jest, but this is one where you could have made up the scorecards before the fight. Unfortunately, sometimes these judges do, but tonight, it turned out okay.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time ringside.